do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. It's another mini Monday. Hello and welcome to Donkamet channel. It's another mini Monday. In fact, today is, I believe, a Wednesday. Should probably be making a Warrenclyffe video, but the last one, mini Monday that being, snuck up on me. That must have been mini Monday 4 or 5. I nearly missed it. And I thought to myself, you know what, tonight I should go ahead and make the mini Monday video for next week. I already had one planned out. Mini out the front autos. And lo and behold, it's already Wednesday and I hadn't done it yet. So here we are. We're doing it. Casting forwards, as it were, to the present time in which you, my dear audience, are listening and wondering, what am I going to look at today? So, most recently, I acquired this Christy knife. A wonderful thing. I saw these, I think, first on Chip Valtucky's channel. And there's a whole backstory. The design, the company, goes back a long way. I highly suggest you look into it. But I'm kind of more interested right now in just the mechanics of the thing. So I couldn't even figure out, I thought it must be defective. I couldn't figure out how to open it. Having watched videos and everything. You know, I figured, obviously you're supposed to push on that to get this thing to go up. Well, you push it sideways. I had to read the instructions. And it then clicks into various positions. And it's not an automatic, so we changed the brief. It's not going to be about out the front automatics. It's just mini out the front knives. For today. So this is a super slicey little piece of stainless. The edge on it is great. I think, for what it is. Really nicely done. Very slicey. Tested it out on my cuticles. And goodness me, that is a tough cutting medium right there. So it's also a kind of like how they done this point here. Yeah, simple. Ideal candidate for a reblade, it occurred to me. This must be simple, I thought. And so just now I pulled this out of my pocket. This little Rough Rider, and lo and behold, I already have in my pocket every day the only service tool I would require for this knife. I could even hone with it. Okay. So excited. Being a bit mal-coordinated here. Incidentally, I think that the design where you can have various blade extensions is brilliant. We're about to test it in this package opening. But also earlier I cut a label of my wife's garment while she was stood there. And you know, to approach your wife with a blade to cut something off her that's close to her person, it's really good to have this, you know, tick, tick, just a little thing like that. So here you can see the entirety of the mechanism, right? There's your little spring for the button there. This is all made by one man who is the 4th generation of the Christy family. So it's still a Christy family business. And yeah, I thought, like, well, look at this, you know. I can take a piece of Solingen straight razor steel, made myself a Warrenclyffe. You know, you've even got a little wiggle room here for a slightly wider stock, or could indeed perhaps widen it out. I mean, I don't know if you could go with a wider tang. That might not work with the design. Further research required. But man, I love this thing. You know what? If I could only have one mini out the front knife in my life, I think this would have to be it. But the other ones we're going to look at are pretty cool too, no doubt. Albeit one of them I haven't seen yet, except in online images. Been saving this box here. I pulled out this Böker USB a while back, a couple weeks back, and was fiddling around with it, and I thought, I really like this. This is brilliant. So it got me interested. I went and grabbed this other one. This is a Templar. And I actually think that these two knives are made in the same factory in China, let's say, because then there's Cobra Tech, right? They even have I ground it off. Yeah, I did a regrind on this. So yeah, no Cobra Tech logo anymore, but it was on there. On one side it said Böker, and on the other side you have the Cobra Tech logo. And so you can go on the Cobra Tech website and get pretty much the same as this, or pretty much the same as this, just like slightly different configurations. So yeah, I started regrinding this. It was a bit thick behind the edge. Not far into the regrind really, but I'm sure it's already performing better than it was. And then this little guy actually has an amazingly good little blade on it. As in, this grind is very flat and straight and true, and from what I've been able to assess, and it just feels very thin and even, and it's a real slicer. Use this to cut the cheese and some of those little tasks, and did just fine. So, what's in the box? Let's make some cuts and find out. Oh, still getting the hang of this thing. Okay, here we go. Let's test this function here. That is the shortest on which it clicks. I'll put these away again. The difference in button orientation is interesting. We can look at that later. Cuts. Ocaso. Ooh-wee. I'm looking at it through the camera for the first time. It's funny when that happens. This must have happened to me before, that it was the first time I looked at something through the camera. Oh. Yeah, I got interested in like the mini auto. And I'm like, who else is making a mini auto out there? What's going in the world of mini autos? And I saw a few things, but nothing, nothing really. There's some microtech, this and that, but until I saw this one. And I have a knife from these guys, the Ocaso Delos. Very fond of that knife. It's out of commission at the moment because one of the lock bar insert screws fell out. But, yeah, let's go. This is an Andrew Demko design, I believe. The Lucent. That's right. Oh. So, we'll look at things. We'll do some comparative study. This beast apart can stay down there for a moment. I'm interested. I noticed that the Böker and this basically have the same kind of blade. This one has a whole lot more handle. I actually prefer the ergos of this handle, I noticed. Even though this one has, I mean, it's good to have more to grip onto, but I mean, you know, this has got this kind of sway wiggle thing, and having the button here versus having this button like that, this is so much more comfortable on your finger. Apparently you're not supposed to do that too many times to break the spring, but anyway. Yeah, here's some acoustics for you. This is kind of snicker snack. This one does a little chink-a-ting. And now, very dry and refined on this one. And very smooth feeling. It's probably about the same. Could be like the same spring or something, but this button's better. Way better on the finger. Yeah, winner on the ergos too. Yeah, my eyes did not deceive me. I think I've gotten quite good at seeing from online images what kind of knife is going to suit my hand. And this feels like the one. This feels like the ticket. You know what? I can I could probably drop these now. Drop them off somewhere for a mini OTF auto. And this one is absolutely a keeper. I think I might like to make a little neck sheath that I can just wear this on all day, every day. So, I was going to sign off there, but yeah, maybe we should do a little bit of, let's just cut some paper or something. I don't know, see whether I can think of anything else to say for this mini Monday presentation. Yeah, you know what? This is something I want to say, right? The more I've gotten into the world of knives, the more everything kind of becomes a comparative study. And this is obviously not like a knife person knife, right? We don't know. It's whatever basic stainless steel. There's not a lot to it. The blade is kind of, you know, flimsy, as it were. There's a lot. It's not a high performance, big wow. Let me shill this for bucks on the internet knife. It's a unique cutting tool, like no other. And just for the small amount of time that I've had it and the few things that I've used it for, I think that this is absolutely brilliant. It's on par with the mini Swiss Army knife, for example, in terms of the utility that you get from this tiny package, the elegance of the design. I love it. Probably going to have to get some more. It's interesting to me that it is, to the best of my knowledge, illegal in the USA to import auto knives or parts for auto knives. But you have various companies, including Böker, in collaboration with this Cobra Tech, doing just that. And it did occur to me, just thinking about all of this upcoming presentation not long ago, that there must be some interesting connections, invisible occult connections within the world of the knife industry, which are and presumably will forever remain beyond my ken. You know, I'm not sure where this one is made. Sorry. Maybe it says on the box. Precision parts made in China. Assembled in Ojai, California. Interesting. Ocaso. Lucent. Cute. Dinky. I'll get used to it. Thanks for watching.